In these days of inflation, when money is tight all around, there is a lot of financial advice on social media and the internet, much of which is incorrect, according to Steve Siebold. Steve wrote the book, How Money Works, Stop Being a Sucker. And Steve joins us now, Steve Siebold, who's the expert in all things to dispel money myths. We have 5 big ones, right?
That's it. Absolutely.
Okay. The first one has to do with credit card balance. I'm supposed to keep that, right?
Yeah, pay it off. That's what you want to do. You want to pay your balance off. The myth is that if you carry a balance, that's going to help your credit score. That is a myth. You want to pay it off. That's the best way to build your credit.
You know, but that was going around for a while, right? They were supposed to, oh, it's good for your credit rating to keep a balance. Was that ever true?
No, it was never true, but you're right. It did go around.
Yeah, right. Okay, the second point is about retirement. So this is, again, this is a myth. I have forever to save for retirement.
Yeah, you don't. No one does. Even if you're 21, you don't. Which you and I both clearly are, Paula. But
yeah.
That aside, you don't have forever. You need money. Money takes time to grow, and you want to use the magic of compound interest. And you don't have to have a lot of money saved for retirement if you're young, but you do need a lot of time for it to compound monthly and grow. And that's really the secret, is the time. So start now. And
don't the years fly? I mean, honestly. I know
they sure do.
Even if you're 21, you'll be surprised how fast it goes. And
22 is right around the corner for us.
It's right around the corner, folks. I don't need a financial advisor, says myth number 3.
Yeah, this is a little more complicated than people think. You need help. I mean, Tom Matthews and I, my co-author, wrote in the book, "Don't hike this mountain alone. Get help." I mean, there are a lot of good people out there, honest people in the financial industry that will help guide you. And effectively, their advice is free. It's built into the payment of the products that they recommend.
And you don't need to be wealthy, quote unquote, to need a financial advisor. I think that's a part of the myth, that we need to have a lot of money in order to need a manager.
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of financial firms that specialize in high net worth individuals, but there are also people out there in the insurance industry, for example, a lot of great insurance agents out there who understand how money works, and they can kind of guide you. If you have a ton of money, if you have millions and millions of dollars, you probably need a big firm. If you don't, you probably need an insurance agent or a financial advisor just to kind of guide you through the basics.
Okay, good. Number 4, home ownership is ideal for everyone. Wrong.
Well, it's really not. Because a house is not an asset. It's really a liability. I'm gonna give you an example, Paul. The other day we had a storm here in Atlanta, and a 100-foot tree, which has had to be in my yard for probably 100 years on this property, fell right when I was on another TV show. It fell right in front of me in the window, and it's going to cost $3,000 just to cut the tree up and haul it away. And there's always expenses you have with homes. So if you have the money, great. If you don't, you may consider renting.
Yeah, okay. But you're right. Home ownership is a great responsibility and sometimes a burden. Yeah, true. Okay, so finally, I love this last one you have, Steve. Be grateful for what you have. That is a yes, but myth, right?
Yeah, well, I think we do need to be grateful. I mean, we certainly need to plan for our financial future, because the government's not going to do it for you. No one's going to do it for you. Your company's probably not going to do it for you, depending. It's really our responsibility. At the same time, we do live in the richest country in the world. I mean, if you've traveled around the world like I have for 25 years, I mean, we live in Disneyland. I mean, we should be great. We really should be grateful for what we have in this country, the opportunities we have. But at the same time, we do need to plan for our financial future.
Yes, and don't settle. You can set your expectations high, because, right? I mean, that's part of the American dream too.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yes. There's so much you can do here, especially if you're crafty and you're entrepreneurial. You solve problems. That's what you do in a free market economy to make money. And the bigger problem you solve, the wealthier you become.
HowMoneyWorks.com is where you can get a hold of Steve and take a look at all his other expert advice. And the book itself, How Money Works, Don't Be a Sucker. That's a great title. And I think sometimes we get stuck into being a sucker when it comes to some of these myths, for sure, Steve. Thanks for sharing with us today.
Thanks, Paul.
A tree didn't fall through your window during this interview, right? Another one?
No, it did not. Luckily, it did not, so I appreciate that.
Everything's intact. All right, thanks, Steve.
Everything's intact.
Okay. All right, bye for now.